hope everyone had a good lunch. Looking at the same face again. This time I have not come up with a lot of numbers to scare you. So it's going to be pictures only, but I've brought some of the guests here in the physical form only. My guys will be bringing. Yes.
Excellent.
எல்லாம் தெரியுமா வச்சிருங்க போகலாம்.
They were the natives. The natives are being taken over.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is oh no. Are you going to bring 200 speakers?
Don't keep it too strong.
We have been through. We have been truly invaded now.
So, this is a summary of all the discussions happening here. So, this is a summary of all the discussions happening here. We have, in our records only, we have close to 30,000 areas in all the 50,000 hectares of area that I was speaking. I'm just speaking from my division point of view only. We have close to around 25,000 to 30,000 suspected areas under this non-native species, which were supposed to be a grassland. How is the picture there? It's all completely either of these species. This is Mukurti Dam, Mukurti Reservoir. The sharp nose that is just hiding behind the clouds, the nose part, that's Mukurti Peak. It's a beautiful landscape. Can you imagine this landscape as a grassland? Outstanding it would be. So it's a historic problem. That's the thing I just wanted to say. It's back then in the recent article that Madam was quoting in the morning session. The comparative map between the present day scenario of grasslands and the 1848 scenario. The Mugabe article was too good. So that is precisely the department is encountering right now. And next, so this is again in the Mukurti Dam only. But however, the islands, all those islands created by the construction of the dams, again, it's all non-native species only. So the dispersal rate is very high and the invasion is very, very high. And, we are speaking in a very, very large scale that we have to address 25,000 hectares. Maybe in 10 years down the line or 20 years down the line, we may have a strong effort to remove that. But what is very important is, as Mr. Vasan and all the institutions here are trying to do, is restoration of the same. Removal is something that can be done, but restoring back to the original form is very, very challenging. This is a view from Kolaribata, I think, which overlooks Upper Bhavani. All those that the dark thing over the grassland is invaded wattle. Forget the plantations. These are invaded wattle parts. These are in the pre-flowering stage, or some of them are in the flowering stage. So we have identified 300 odd such acres, and then very soon we'll be removing this. So this comes to the point that my previous presenter was telling, strategizing what to remove, when to remove, and how to remove. So department is targeting that. This place is adjoining the Mukurti National Park, and Mukurti National Park relatively is free of these encumbrances. So almost 80% of area is very good and without any invasion. But however, there are certain parts in Mukurti National Park also has this trouble of invasion of the wattle. So This picture is from Glenmorgan. That is human invasion, I would say, and that is also arguably an encroachment. It's in litigation. So, from department point of view, it's an invasion. The grass here is again point of dispute. So it's a mixed species of native and some of the non-native species are also there. But Vasant might be briefing in the coming session. Like this has shola forest, this has eucalyptus plantation, wattle plantation, the grassland, and the invasive carrot. Why I chose this Glenmorgan picture is that this as per SARS literature and then many of the documents, it is a potential site for reintroduction of Nilgiri tar. So it was the erstwhile site of Nilgiri tar, habitat of Nilgiri tar. And so department is actively working on it. What are the irritants that made the animal to disappear from that landscape? So are we done with that irritants? If the irritants are taken away, then we can go for think of reintroduction of the Nilgiri tar there. So that comes to the point where what department is doing. Yesterday, somebody was telling that department is not actively removing the invasions. So I was told. So I have spies everywhere. So they told me. Part of the job. No, we are responsible. And then I thought I have to honestly reply to that. See, yes. So you are. So this is a recently wattle removed area. And then in last 3 years only, we were able to successfully remove close to 650 hectares of wattle. That is close to 1,200 acres that we are speaking. Though the quantum of wattle invasion and non-native species presence in Nilgiris is close to 25,000 hectares, but the whole process is very difficult because almost 8 months of the year we get rainfall. So the removal cannot be done. And one good thing about wattle is that the economic viability of wattle is very good. It sells. It has some economic value. That is why the British has introduced that thing. So it is used for pulpwood, and then it's a very good firewood. Then one of the greatest firewood ever that the civilization has ever seen. So that I would say that's wattle. So it has economic value. The removal is self-funded. We go for an auction. We assess the area, how many hectares of wattle is there, how many, we do sampling method, then we come out that 300 hectares, and that much value of wood is there, pulpwood is there, that much value of firewood is there, we arrive at a price, then we go for an auction. So it sells. And then the amount that is generated out of this removal process is kept in a dedicated account as directed by the Honorable High Court and decided by the government of Tamil Nadu. That funds the restoration part. So one good thing about is that so it is serving its own purpose. So that is one thing. So the whole process is a very, very tedious process. Like the pulpwood is removed, the firewood is removed. What you are seeing is just the rejects, the remains, the pile of waste that will be there. So that brings us to the restoration part. This is one thing, one place that we have done a removal of eucalyptus in probably 2 years back. And this is in Talaikunda. And you head towards Godlur on either side. Now on the right side also we have removed. This is an earlier picture where only the left side we have removed. There is that's a Santinal reservoir. That's a pine plantation. And this is the removed area on the Godlur road. And the eucalyptus that is also removed right now. And now I just wanted to indicate the problem with respect to restoration. That is the secondary invasion, post removal. Say we are completing the process of removal by March. After that, couple of months, the summers, and then the monsoon starts. Post monsoon, you will see a scores and scores of secondary invasions. The hero recently is the cestrum. Those are old friends. These are our new friends. The ulex, the cestrum, are our new problematic friends. They invade what not space, and particularly this fellow, this cestrum, is going into the shola forest. Shola is something. The uniqueness about the shola is it's a climatic climax vegetation, and there is a counter argument to that also. So it is determined, there is no succession. Every forest type will be succeeded by another forest type. But shola is a climatic climax vegetation. The climax, there is no succession forest type for it. And it is determined by the climate that is prevailing in that particular place. So there is one more argument, there is a dual climax. There is one climax to the shola, one climax to the shola grasslands also. So all these things are there. So this very, very sensitive ecosystem, and it needs to be badly preserved. And the problem with respect to the system is that it goes into the shola. What happens is that the existing trees will not be affected, but the regeneration of the shola, the second generation or the next generation, regeneration will be very much affected because of it. If the entire ground story is getting invaded by the system aeronauticum. And morning somebody was speaking about the climate change, and I joined in the year 2022 November in Nilgiris. Almost I am going to complete 3 years here. Back then I had seen not much this much presence of solar cestrum, but in this 2.5 years only I've seen so much of expansion of cestrum. It is again a new age problem, or a very difficult problem. At least those things are economical, so we'll find a way to remove it. But this is very cost intensive process, and ecologically also it is very difficult. So this is a place where we have removed, and it is taken over by the secondary invasions. So what we do in the department is that at least 3 to 4 years we do maintenance of the same place. Remove the weed. We do only the limited interventions. We are not introducing a species, native species. We expect that the native grasslands will take over. But whether it's happening or not, over a period of time only, we'll be able to understand that. So this is one place. After 4 years of maintenance, we were able to successfully establish a grassland. This is in Glenmorgan again. The area is around 36 hectares. So the grasslands are coming up. But the species composition, I'll leave it to Vasanth to discuss. This is again, 2 minutes. So, guess the place. Too much of theory. Guess the place. Usimala. Huh? She gets it right. It's Devarbetta. Usimalai. Devarbetta. Not Devarbetta, it's Devarbetta. Usimalai Devarbetta near Muligur. So it has a very contiguous patch of shola. So that close to 6,000, 7,000 hectares of area, complete shola. Just behind the cauliflower shola, the avalanche areas that we see. It is free of any invasions. And of course, there are in the fringe areas, there are some battles, and then this thing is an outstanding place. Just wanted to give the feel of old Nilgiris, how it used to be there. So this is the earthen dam. And this place is relatively free of invasion. This is big, it is within the Mukti National Park. So all our landscape was supposed to be like that. So the department is trying to bring back the original ecology with the involvement of the community, civil society, and all the restoration practitioners. Guess the place. 100% nobody will get it. Godalur. Even now, near Nadigani. Just help us to bring back this Nilgiris. That is what the department is trying. And then we need your support in all our strong endeavors. Back us and give us ideas. Be proactive. You are. And I should compliment for that. And then we are also actively doing it. So let us all together bring back the original name, please.